I'm the Lyric Snitch, and I'm here to tell you about the songs that our children are listening to today. I've got a 10-year-old and I've got a teenager, but I've got that 10-year-old and there's just certain things I really don't want him to know about right now. So, all right. Before I get started, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed already. And for those of you who are watching, because I see that a lot of you have been watching me, go ahead and like and subscribe. Come on, get on board. Go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. It should be sitting right there, or is it right there? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The song today, we're going to talk about the song The Bandit. Then we're going to go into a bonus. I'm going to talk a little bit about Yummy. And then I'll also go into the controversy between the box and the Yummy song. But let me also start off by saying that I do my best to do some research. I don't know everything, and some things I just get wrong, and I understand that. I love the fact that you correct me in the comments, so keep that coming. And there's just a lot of double meanings for things. So anything that I do say, it has meaning, not just anywhere, but it does have proper meaning. But if I miss the mark on something, just go ahead and correct me in the comments. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the lyrics to The Bandit. The Bandit is by an artist by the name of Juice WRLD and Young Boy NBA, which stands for Never Broke Again. Both of them, well, one of them passed away in December. Juice WRLD passed away. I talked about that in a previous video, and I may go into it a little bit more. And then Young Boy NBA, or Young Boy Never Broke Again, he's 20 years old. Okay, so it's funny, the ish I put on this song ain't gonna sound nothing like the ish we was just doing. Oh yeah, I just want bad bees, baddest, them bees is the baddest. When I take Molly, I'm savage. So that's like the beginning. And when I tell you that if you don't know what he sounds like you thought I just sounded bad, it's not that he sounds bad, he is just totally mumbling the very beginning. And so if you don't look at the lyrics, it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying. But when he's talking about Molly, he is talking about a drug. And so we'll go into it a little bit further, but that's in the beginning. So the chorus, I don't need no Molly to be savage. So again, Molly is a drug. It is, it's a form of ecstasy. It's not ecstasy in its purest form. And so what happens is you take Molly pills and it's mixed with all kinds of other things and bad stuff. Not that ecstasy is good, but it's not pure ecstasy. And what it does is it gives you energy, it makes you euphoric, and it gives you empathy. So it gets him in a certain kind of a mood. So he's saying, you know, I don't need no Molly to be savage. But when I'm on that Molly, I do feel savage. And I watched something where he was explaining it, and basically he was saying, when I'm on the Molly, I can be one way, and when I'm off the Molly, I can still be that same way. I don't necessarily need the drug. But please understand that a lot of his songs do have a lot to do with taking drugs. See the definition of a bad bee. Stole her, I'm the definition of a bandit. I don't need no Molly to be savage, but when I'm on the Molly, I feel savage. My girl, the definition of a bad bee. Stole her heart, I'm the definition of a bandit. So that's the chorus. So they'll keep repeating that throughout the song. Okay, so he says, put the perks down and pick up the jigga jigga jiggas. My son is over there making, anybody that knows the video, he's doing the dance, and I hate the dance that he does in this video. Anyway, so put the perks down. So perks are Percocet. So he puts the perks down, but then he picks up the jigga jigga jiggas, and that is Molly. Another word for Molly. Tommy in the effing, Tommy Hill figure. That Tommy hit a N, Tommy Hill figure, F ends. Did I just say the N word? Did I just drop it? Okay, I'm trying not to say the actual words. So that's a good play on words. A Tommy, it could be a Tommy gun. And then he's talking about Tommy Hilfiger. And then he's talking about how Tommy Hilfiger doesn't like black people. And what happened was, years ago, there was this thing that went around where Tommy Hilfiger supposedly said that he doesn't make clothes for black people. And then it was debunked. But when I tell you that to this day, people still believe that Tommy Hilfiger actually said that. And so there are people who don't buy Tommy Hilfiger for that reason. But it was debunked. And if you don't believe that it's debunked, that's okay. That's not even the issue here. But that's like a thing to say that Tommy Hilfiger doesn't make clothes for black people, African Americans. Let's see. I'm nice when I'm high off the pills, I'm a F with her. I don't smoke skunk. That's a potent type of a weed. But tonight, I'm going to get stuck in. So when you get stuck, that means like you're getting high. Pour the codeine up and put some Molly in a cup with it. Okay, codeine, that's like the cough syrup that they mix with the pop. I'm from the Midwest, so that's going to be soda. And they put candy in it and things of that nature, and then they call it lean. Okay, so that's what he's talking about right there. I know she a freak. She going to F with it. She's my Velcro. Guess I'm stuck with her. So that's a good play on words, you know, being stuck with someone, and then maybe he's even still talking about, you know, being stuck, getting stuck when you get high. I dive in it like a sailor. I love to nail her. Again, I don't want my 10-year-old talking about nailing someone, but it's a good play on words, good rhyme right there. Addicted to her paraphernalia, I had to tell her. I see it like a fortune teller. Your ex in, did good, I could do better. Bad bee from the woods, I think she a hunter. She a killer and a eater. She a Jeffrey Dahmer. And so Jeffrey Dahmer is a reference to the man who did all the killings, and that he chopped people up and put them in his refrigerator, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that he was participating in cannibalism. So he's, you know, just, I mean, that's not the best thing to reference, but that's what he's talking about. I can tell when she in her feelings, I can read her like a book. Then he says, no tech, no Beretta, FN on me, am I understood? Those are all types of guns. A tech gun, a Beretta gun, an FN is actually a brand name of a gun, so it's an FN-15. And then, of course, you got the Tech 9. Yeah. Then he goes into the chorus again. I don't need no Molly to be savage, things of that nature. Then young boy, he comes in with his verse. My brother point her out, and she a bad bee. I'm on her, ain't heard that I'm a savage. Once I get a B, I own her. I see she got swag. I got cash, so I want her. See this 4.5 in my pants, a 45, a type of a gun. Put your A, push up on her brother. Shorty, she a rider with that glizzy on her. Okay, so shorty is another word of calling like a girl, your girlfriend, or just even a girl or a woman for that matter, someone that you're out with. A glizzy. I said, well, what's a glizzy? So a glizzy is a Glock. Is a type of gun. So it kind of flows with that in terms of, you know, he's still talking about a gun, and then he says that she has a gun. And shorty, I hate the way I say that. I'm gonna die there with no semi on me, or semi on me. I'm suspecting that's a semi-automatic gun. If we got a problem, we get rid of homie. Put 20,000 in your pocket. We gonna get the money. I'm the definition of a bad bee. Take your heart from out his hands and still ain't saying ish. Some new killers in my circles, you done ran with it. Like this dirty 38, this bill damage. Okay. Popping wheelies, 4K tray. Now I've got, when he talks about 4K tray, I've got different things going on here. Either they're saying, some of my sources say that he created a gang, and then some of my sources are just saying that he's talking about his kids, because he has 4 children, and 3 of them are, well, they're boys, and 3 of them's names start with a K, and then 1 of them starts with a T. So call when you land with it. So I'm not really sure if he's talking about his kids or if he's talking about his gang, or I'm not really sure right there. Pop, pop, pop. Here, when I say I have no idea what he's saying right here, I need for you to comment. I let you drive inside my bros where they be laying with it. I work this bee. I open up a can with it. Like F the stove, I made it jump without my hands in it. Now, I can infer all day long. I'm not stupid and I'm not naive. But I just don't know what he's talking about. Like Clueless. So if you know whatever it is that he's even talking about, I found on one of my sources what a stove could be. I'm not going to go into what a stove is because I just don't feel like it's appropriate. Like it's not even like what I believe is going on with the song right now. And then they go back into the chorus. So that's pretty much Juice WRLD. Quit doing that dance over there. I hate it. Juice WRLD. And so I was doing my research. And so that if you're just here for that, then we're done. And thanks so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to do some more videos next week. I don't know which one I'm going to do. What I do is I look at the streaming songs and look for the popular ones, and try and look and see what's going on with the popular songs. And if you have some suggestions, just go ahead and put them at the bottom. Okay, so real quick, I was doing some research and I ran across somebody called Sean C. And he was talking about the song Yummy. And I had heard Justin Bieber had a song called Yummy. And I really was just like, well, let me see what's going on, because he made reference to something. And I was like, really? Is that what's going on in that song? And so basically, he's just, it's just a song that he has out. I suspect it's about his wife. And he's just saying how much he really loves her, et cetera, et cetera. But there is one part in the song that I was really just kind of like, not so much. He says, rolling eyes back in the pre-chorus, after he says 50-50 love, the way you split it, 100 racks, help me spend it, babe. But then he has this one little line, rolling eyes back in my head, make my toes curl, yeah, yeah. Okay, so again, I'm inferring what that usually means when people say that, and I just don't really need my 10-year-old saying that, and I don't need your 10-year-old or your 11-year-old girl singing the Justin Bieber song and talking about rolling her eyes in the back of her head and her toes curling up. That's just not appropriate. And that kind of reminds me of when, it's not just rap songs that have some suggestive lyrics that are going on in it. I remember when Bruno Mars came out with a song a couple years ago, What I Like. And so the line says, and I can't say it too loud because I always tell my son it's the wrong thing. He says, sex by the fire all night, or something like that. And as soon as it would come on, I would be like, sit. Instead of sex, I would say sit. And so there's a lot of songs that are pop songs out there as well that have suggestive lyrics. And even some of the lyrics that they're just flat out just saying what they're going to do. They're going to turn somebody around and do whatever they're going to do with them. And so there was a controversy, or there is a controversy, that is going on between Justin Bieber's Yummy song and The Box, which is one of my other videos that I did. And so basically, when I heard Yummy, I was just, I wasn't impressed. It reminded me of, my understanding is that he hasn't been doing things for about 5 years. He got married and et cetera, et cetera. And I just really wasn't impressed. And so this Sean C person was talking, and it just kind of got me just thinking about the whole scene and everything. And so the controversy is that someone had sent Justin Bieber a Instagram that said, do these 3 things to get Justin Bieber's song to #1. And so then Justin Bieber retweeted it. So my understanding is that it didn't originate with Justin Bieber, but that he did retweet it. And basically it was doing things to promote his song, like, okay, stream it all night long while you're asleep. And so I guess the way streaming works is that if you, thank you, he's telling me yes, that if you keep streaming a song, that's how many hits the song will get. And so they were, doing some illegal, not illegal, but just some shady things of that nature. And when I listen to the song, I see why The Box is killing Yummy song. And I also understand that, like Justin Bieber, he's 25. I thought he was a little older than that. And he's way past my genre and my age group. But when he came out with his music, all of his people, his followers were young, young type, of people. And the scene was different. Streaming wasn't as popular 5 years ago, and so the game has changed for him. Also, when Justin Bieber first came out, he had this R&B vibe, hip-hop vibe, or whatever you want to call it, and so I don't want to call that a novelty, but I'm not really sure if as many followers that he had from the R&B and the rap community are still following him like that. And so that might be another reason. Not that, Justin Bieber can sing his little heart out, but I'm just trying to say that I see why The Box, was able to overtake, a Justin Bieber song, nowadays. So with all of that said, that's just all my little research that I've done. And that's about it. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Can we get to 100 as best as we can? All right. I really appreciate everybody, and we'll see you next time.